Then we see the second type of internal energy, that is the potential energy or bonding energy. The potential energy or bonding energy is energy required. Kinetic energy is given by the particles and bonding energy is required to the particles. This is the difference between kinetic energy and potential energy. Potential energy again divided into two parts, that is intramole or intramolecular energy represented by delta U intra, and second is intermole or intermolecular energy represented by delta U inter. First we see the intramole energy, the energy required to break a bond between atoms in a molecule to form its free atom is called as intramole energy. The energy required to break a bond between two atoms in a molecule to form its free atoms or radicals is called as intramole energy. For example, here H2 molecule, H molecule dissociated into hydrogen atoms. The energy required, delta H means heat or enthalpy or energy, and delta means K, is equal to 436 kilojoule per mole. Here plus sign indicates that energy required to break a covalent bond between the two hydrogen atoms to form its free atoms. Therefore, this is the required energy. Intermole energy or intermolecular energy, the energy required to separate molecule from each other is called as intermole energy. Molecules are loosely bonded with each other. That loose bonding or weak bonding between the molecule is also called as van der Waals forces. Van der Waals forces are weak forces. It is defined as the energy required to separate the molecules from each other is called as intermole energy. Energy required to separate molecule from each other is called as intermole energy. Here, for example, H2O solid. In H2O solid means it is the ice. In ice cube, there are number of water molecules. Then these water molecules in a solid separated from each other to form H2O liquid. Means these H2O molecules are compactly arranged. Therefore, the liquid water is converted into solid. And the bonding between H2O molecule is very weak bonding. And energy required to separate the molecule from each other is very small. That is, the delta H is equal to plus 6.01 kilojoule per mole. Initially, we have seen that the absolute value of internal energy cannot be determined. But the change in internal energy, that is delta U, can be determined. Therefore, delta U total is equal to delta U kinetic energy plus delta U potential energy. Kinetic energy is given by the particles and potential energy is required to the particles. Here again delta U total is equal to delta U vibrational plus delta U rotational plus delta U translational plus delta U intra plus delta U inter. This is the internal energy and sources of internal energy. Here I have not written the electronic energy because electronic energy is very small energy. Why it is very small energy? Because the mass of electron is very small and mass is directly proportional to the energy. That is mass consumed, energy evolved. Therefore, the small mass of electron gives very less amount of energy. Therefore, it is not considered in the total internal energy. Then we see the next question, that is internal energy is a state function. Internal energy is a state function. What is the state function? The function or the property which depend upon initial and final state of system, not depend upon path followed by the system, is called as a state function. Similarly, internal energy depend upon initial and final state of system, not depend upon path followed by the system. Therefore, internal energy is state function. Consider here A changes to B by path first, and the change in internal energy is delta U, and B changes to A by path second, the change in internal energy is delta U dash. Suppose consider here delta U is equal to minus delta U dash, because here delta U is the energy given to the particle and delta U dash is the energy given by the particles. Energy given by the particles is positive and energy absorbed by the particles, that is negative. Here delta U is equal to minus delta U dash. This is contrary to the first law of thermodynamics. First law क्या कहता है? Energy neither be created nor be destroyed. It can be only converted into one form to another form. But the total energy always remains constant. Therefore, delta U is equal to modulus of delta U dash. Therefore, delta U is equal to delta U dash. Modulus of delta U is equal to modulus of delta U dash. Means here energy neither be created nor be destroyed. Total energy during both the states are remain constant. It means that the change in internal energy by path 1 A to B delta U and change in energy by path 2 B to A delta U dash both are same. It means that delta U and delta U dash are not depend upon the path followed by the system. It depends upon only initial and final state of system. Therefore, internal energy is a state function. In last period, we have seen the 4 state functions, that is temperature, pressure, volume and number of moles. And this is the 5th state function, that is internal energy, which depend upon initial and final state of a system, not depend upon path followed by the system. Therefore, internal energy is a state function. Then we see the first law of thermodynamics. First law of thermodynamics. There are 5 statements of first law of thermodynamics. The first one statement, that is a familiar one, the energy neither be created nor be destroyed, but it can be converted from one form to another form. The energy neither be created nor be destroyed, but it can converted one form to another form. Second, the total energy in isolated system always remain constant. First, the total energy of universe always constant. Fourth, when one form of energy remain disappear, another form of same quantity of energy makes it appear. And fifth, the total energy of system always remain constant, though it may be converted one form to another form. These are the 5 statements of first law of thermodynamics. See again, number 1, the energy neither be created nor be destroyed, but it can converted one form to another form. This is the known familiar statement. Second, the total energy in isolated system always remain constant, because in isolated system there is no loss or no gain of heat between system and surrounding. Therefore, total energy of isolated system always remain constant. The total energy of universe always remain constant. In universe, some part of any country remain cold, and in another part of country there is hot. But the average or the total energy of universe always remain constant. Fourth, when one form of energy remain disappear, another form of equal quantity or same quantity of energy makes it appear. Fifth, the total energy of system always remain constant, though it may be converted one form to another form. In these 5 statements, the conclusion is that only total energy remain constant. But how these energy remain total constant, or from where this energy remain constant, that is the question. And the answer of this question is given by modified form of first law of thermodynamics. ये हर एक स्टेटमेंट में कंक्लूजन आता है कि टोटल एनर्जी रिमेन कांस्टेंट, दो इट में बी कन्वर्टेड फ्रॉम वन फॉर्म टू अनदर फॉर्म. मगर ये टोटल एनर्जी जो है वो कहां से लाने की है, कहां से लाने की है कांस्टेंट रखने के लिए? ये कौन से यहाँ पे स्टेटमेंट में ऐसा लिखा नहीं है. इसीलिए अगला क्वेश्चन है मॉडिफाइड फॉर्म ऑफ फर्स्ट लॉ ऑफ थर्मोडायनामिक्स. Modified form of first law of thermodynamics. We know the name of a famous chemist, that is Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein put forward the theory, that theory is called as theory of relativity. इसको मराठी में बोलते स्थापत्याचा सिद्धांत. In that theory of relativity there is one equation that is called as Albert Einstein's equation. E is equal to mc square, where E is the energy, m is the mass of substance, and c is the velocity of light. This velocity of light always remain constant, and its value is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, or 3 into 10 to the power 10 centimeter per second. And C remain constant, and C is constant, therefore E is directly proportional to mass. It means that mass consumed, energy evolved. इसका मतलब होता है तुम जितना पदार्थ मास इनटेक लेंगे उतनी ही एनर्जी मिलेगी। नहीं तो कम खाया और ज्यादा एनर्जी मिली, ऐसा नहीं होगा। जितना खाया उतनी ही एनर्जी मिलेगी। Therefore, E is directly proportional to the mass. Mass consumed, energy evolved. Therefore, here we have to consider mass with total energy. That is the statement of modified form of first law of thermodynamics. The total energy and mass in isolated system always remain constant. This is the modified form of first law of thermodynamics. The total energy and mass in isolated system always remain constant. It means that here we have to consider the mass of substance which is taking part in the reaction. And mass can be converted into energy. Therefore, the total mass and energy in an isolated system always remain constant. That is the statement of first law of thermodynamics. Then we see the mathematical form of first law of thermodynamics. Mathematical form of first law of thermodynamics. Suppose consider here n moles of ideal gas, n moles of ideal gas enclosed in a cylinder having cross-sectional area A, and the cylinder is fitted with weightless frictionless piston at constant temperature T and pressure P. U1 is the internal energy of the system. Here U1 is the initial internal energy of the system. Then Q amount of heat is supplied to the system. Q amount of heat supplied to the system. The heat is absorbed by the system. The heat absorbed by the system and work is done on the system by the surrounding. The internal energy of system increases by absorbing heat, that is Q2, or Q2 is the final internal energy of system by absorbing heat from the surrounding, and work is done on the system by the surrounding. Delta U is equal to U2 minus U1. The increase in total internal energy, increase in internal energy, that is the delta U. The increase in internal energy delta U is equal to heat absorbed by the system plus work done. This is the mathematical form of first law of thermodynamics. Delta U is equal to Q plus W is the mathematical form of first law of thermodynamics. The infinitesimal form of first law is du is equal to dq plus dw. The infinitesimal means very small change. That is infinitesimal form of first law of thermodynamics is du is equal to dq plus dw. Here du means very small increase in internal energy. dq means very small amount of heat absorbed by the system. And dw means very small work done on the system by the surrounding. That is the mathematical form of first law of thermodynamics.